kind of a set of firearms that we've had here. We've reviewed it in the past, but we're going to go into more detail this time. This one's actually a pretty tough one to review because the case is so large. Really no way to get it all on frame. So we're just going to kind of zoom in here on the center of the case. First off, the reason I'm starting with the case closed is this has always been, I thought, a pretty nice package. Now you can do this with other brands, but this is all Ruger, and it all fits in this one case. And for the person that owns this one, that's a good deal because they've got kids, and this way it can be locked up and they know where everything is. It doesn't take up a heck of a lot of room in the closet. If you needed to, you could keep cleaning kits and even store ammunition in the same case if you needed to. Anyway, let's open it up. This is a Daco Sport or Dasco Sport case, which is kind of an inexpensive, decent quality hard case. You wouldn't be able to ride a truck over this one and have the stuff survive inside, but it definitely can be stacked on and put away in any direction. When you open it up, you've got the foam, and the sign of a kind of a poorer quality is that the foam just kind of falls out of it. But it's also been used for, it's many years old and it's been used a lot, so the foam is kind of constricted a bit. But this is what the review is about. It's a Ruger carbine, and then there's normally two P89s in here. The best part of the package is that the same magazines that work in the pistols are going to be the same exact magazines that work in the carbine. So let's take a look at these guns. Now this is a, what is this, a Predator? I think this is a Predator inside the waistband holster, which is for the P89. P89s are great pistols. We could probably do a whole review on just these. Very strong. They're a little heavy compared to the polymer stuff that's out there, but great firearms, work well, easy to use, fairly comfortable, and safe. They have that decocking mechanism, which makes them really easy for training and stuff when you're training someone new at a firearm. This is the DC-9 carbine, which is a 9mm, just like the pistols. All these magazines are 9mm. And the nice thing about it is that all these magazines work with both firearms. So with these smaller magazines, no big deal. But what's really handy is these 30 rounders that aren't real expensive. These are all aftermarket magazines, and while they may not be the best technical magazines on the planet, they all do work and are great for teaching marksmanship fundamentals, for out plinking at the range, and if necessary, they'd probably do just fine in a tactical type of situation. But they're not perfect, and they're not the best mags out there, which is just why most professionals aren't going to use these. But what that means is they're going to be a little cheaper to invest in than something like two Glock 19s in a Kel-Tec carbine, or a Beretta Storm and two P92s. So there's a lot of different options out there. This one is a pretty neat option if you're looking for home defense / going out to the range and shooting, teaching kids about marksmanship. 9mm is a great caliber. Ruger's a great company, great dependability, great options for them. There's still lots of stuff out there. Now you can tell these pistols are made back before lasers were a big deal, or lights or anything like that, so there's no rail built into these. However, it's not difficult to have something strapped onto the trigger guard if you really want a light on there. Or of course Crimson Trace probably makes some sort of a laser grip for this. I'm not 100% on that, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. These magazines are not super expensive. In fact, I'm pretty sure this collection was built up over the years, just going occasionally to gun shows and buying a couple of magazines per show. And when you have a dependable combination like this that uses the same magazines, it's much easier to drop a couple of $20, $30, $40, $50 even on some magazines at a gun show, knowing that you're going to be able to use it in multiple firearms. It was a little tough to get it all on the film, but so I just did it off film, but this weighs about 20 pounds with everything in it. Another thing about this combination that I think is a great advantage is that these Ruger PD9s, PD5s, and those kind of era pistols are, $200 or so. They're not real expensive. They don't have the features people are looking for these days. And since those features aren't on there, even though the firearms are great, they work fine, they're just not going to bring as much value in the market. And although the carbine for the Ruger is going to be a little tough to find, they're not super expensive either. Their Blue Book is usually under $400 or something, so unless you get one that's too souped up, they're pretty economical too. Now, this is a super solid rifle. You could probably split rocks with the stock on this thing, and it's just going to last a good long time. I mean, that's a good stout barrel. It's a decent quality firearm. However, like I say, the price is not too bad. Magazines, I honestly don't remember, but even if you're paying $10, $15 a magazine for these sort of generic brands, you're still able to amass a pretty good system here for less than $1,000. And although that might seem like a lot of money, you get quite a bit of firearm here for $1,000, considering that would just be 2 Glock pistols, brand new. Actually, a little less than 2 Glock pistols, brand new. So I guess this video is a bit of a description of the system more than the actual firearms. But let us know in the comments what you think, and if you've got a better type of combo out there, or one that you think is better. Alright, thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.